Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the Dangerous Crew, man. Spit that shit.
Shit on gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the Quan, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
As we come on the air tonight, a now fired City Gear employee accused of shooting a belligerent customer was taken into custody this week. This morning, our camera was in the courtroom as the judge decided to hold Robert Tucker on a $100,000 bond. Thanks for staying up with us after the game. I'm Daniel Wilkerson. Darcy Thomas and Daryl Green have the night off. Tonight, Tucker's family is speaking out. Fox 13 Jack Bellew spoke with his grandfather and shares what he learned.
Well, it seems like City Gear stores around the city are getting robbed and burglarized constantly. I mean, take a look at this one here on Elvis Presley. It is covered in plywood, and it's been that way for months. And that's part of why loss prevention jobs like the one Robert Tucker took exist in the first place. And his family says when he fired those shots, he was just trying to defend his coworkers and do his job. That's 19-year-old Robert Tucker in court, accused of shooting a customer while working loss prevention at the City Gear store on Elvis Presley.
He went to work that evening, and all of a sudden we get a call from him saying that he had a shootout at work. And we panicked since then because he didn't come back home. We didn't know where he was and whatever happened. Then when we found out what happened, then we tried to put pieces together.
Court documents and police reports say Tucker shot and seriously injured a belligerent customer December 16th. That customer allegedly threatened to have someone beat up an employee for not giving him a refund on a pair of shoes, then told Tucker, quote, "I will kill you, I don't care about the gun." Investigators say he shot the customer 4 times, then left the scene before police arrived. Tucker's grandfather says the situation has him full of regrets, and Tucker leaving that scene is one of the biggest.
He young, afraid.
Another regret, Tucker's grandfather says he encouraged his grandson not to bring a gun to work, but Tucker told him it was expected of him. Court documents state other employees told investigators they did not know Tucker had a gun. And after the shooting, City Gear told Fox 13 in a statement, Tucker was fired.
We told him about the company wasn't going to have his back. To put you on the shirt, they weren't going to protect you like, you think they're going to do that. And it happened.
Tucker's grandfather says officers came by last week with a warrant, and he convinced his grandson to turn himself in, then dropped him off at 201 on Tuesday. He says he never expected to see him held on a $100,000 bond, especially when other defendants are regularly released on their own recognizance. He says Tucker has no criminal history, and he's disappointed to see the book thrown at him for what he believes was a justified use of force.
He was working and doing the right thing. We got along with everybody, so he felt like he could protect them.
I reached out to City Gear to see whether its employees are allowed to carry guns on the clock, but I did not hear back. Now, Tucker is charged with 4 felonies. Those include attempted second-degree murder, possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony, tampering with evidence, and reckless endangerment. In Memphis, Jack Bellew, Fox 13 News.
God, man, what the fuck, bro? Damn, you see the clip, right? You see the clip, bro. You see the clip. You know what's going on in the world. You know what's going on in Memphis. You see the snatch and grab gangs all over the country. You see these young boys spraying the whole neighborhood up with these fucking guns and shit. You see the old people on the news. The old people's crying. We need some help. We need somebody to protect us. The police need to do more. We need to see more police presence. The store owners, whether they be black, Iranian, fucking African, white people, whoever, everybody's crying out. They want justice. Somebody please help us. They threaten to call the National Guard in. Then the National Guard all of a sudden don't get called in. Innocent babies is getting hit by stray bullets. Niggas is riding through the streets, hanging out the window with that drum on that motherfucker. They say you get caught late at night and you become target practice just because these young boys just need something to shoot at because they got these guns and they want to see what this bitch gonna do when it hit somebody or hit something. City gear have been broken into 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 30 times across the nation. In Memphis, it's more prevalent. And nobody can seem to stop it. So you get a young boy. They hire him as the asset protection man, which essentially means you gonna make sure things don't come up missing or things get stolen. That sounds like a damn security guard to me. So you hire this young boy, 19 years old, never had a record, none of that. So you hire him as an asset protection person. And you heard in the clip, his grandfather said, he told him, this is what is expected of me, to protect the brand, to protect the people that's inside the store. If he thinks this is what expected of him before he even gets into this situation, in his mind, whatever he does in the protection of this business is justified. At what point does the regular innocent civilian get to protect themselves? The criminal side of the world gets to run rampant all around this nation, bruh. We see grandmothers, grandfathers, mothers and fathers of kids that are being slain. Elderly people whose houses are getting shot up. Bullets are flying through their windows while they might be in there trying to cook themselves a meal, sitting in there watching the stories on TV, reading the Bible in their living room. They've been living in these neighborhoods for 40, 50 years. And all of a sudden this influx in violence and crime has jeopardized their well-being, even sitting in their living room. Not to mention going to a corner store late at night. It's like living in a fucking war country. You can't even go to the fucking convenience store at night because you might get knocked out and your car gets stolen. So at what point do you begin to fight back? If you got all these fucking police officers on the streets that won't even fucking protect you. Then you get one young guy that says you're not gonna come in here with this bullshit. Clap somebody because they threatened to kill him. And he works for a company where this thing has transpired before. People come in ruthlessly and ramshack stuff with no regard for anybody's lives or health. And he does his due diligence because the police aren't here at the moment. If this man want to kill me, I don't know what he got on him. If he wants to kill me, he can right now. So I'm going to act first. They always told me in life, act first. Because if you second guess some shit, you might not live to see tomorrow. This dude clapped something up, and now he's looked at as the fucking bad guy. Where the fuck were the police at that was supposed to be there protecting these people? Why didn't City Gear hire security if you know you've been having this problem? And you give this young man, 19 years old, working a job where he's probably making $10, $12 an hour, $100,000 bond. 10% of that is $10,000. I'm a working man. You guys are working men. Who do you know that just has $10,000 that's expendable. I would have it, but I just spent some shit relocating. But who the fuck that's a regular person has $10,000 just readily available to go on something besides their damn bills? If they had that type of money, their fucking grandkid and their son and shit wouldn't be working at City Gear. He'd have, you know what I'm saying? What the bro? Come on, bro. 100,000 for this young man, bro. When does a citizen get some type of benefit of doubt for protecting themselves? That's all I'm saying. Who speaks out for us? The criminals get to run rampant. What about the civilians? What about your grandma? If it was that judge mother who's 100 years old and she got punched upside her head, would the bond be more reasonable then? He's in the fucking courtroom laughing. This shit ain't no joke. You just gave me $100,000 bond, dog. I'm broke. I'm trying to protect my fucking people and do my job right. It is what it is, man. 100. Tap in down below. Let me know what you think, man. I'm off to work. Civilian shit.